Ever finish a hot shower, look in the mirror, and discover absolutely nothing? But here's the interesting part. The mirror isn't actually filling with steam. You're watching water condense onto the glass. When you take a hot shower, water evaporates into the air. That creates warm, humid air containing lots of water vapor. But your mirror is usually much cooler than the shower air. And that's where the trouble begins. Water vapor touches the cooler glass, loses energy, and changes from gas back into tiny liquid droplets. That's condensation. Here's a small but important distinction. The mirror isn't becoming cloudy. It's covered in microscopic water droplets. Each droplet scatters light in different directions. And instead of seeing a clean reflection, you get this. So if we want to keep the mirror clear, we have two basic strategies. Either keep the humid air away from the mirror, or keep the mirror warm enough that water doesn't condense as easily. The simplest solution is probably already installed in your bathroom: your exhaust fan. When you remove humid air from the room, you're reducing the amount of water vapor available to condense on the mirror. That's why turning on the fan before or during a shower can help. And keeping it running afterward can continue removing moisture. You're not really cleaning the mirror. You're removing the water from the air. Now for the physics trick. Condensation depends heavily on surface temperature. If the mirror is cold, humid air can reach the point where water starts condensing on it. But if the mirror is warmer, it's less likely to reach that condensation threshold. That's why some bathrooms use heated mirrors. They don't somehow repel water. They simply keep the glass surface warm. You can actually demonstrate this yourself. Take a fogged mirror and gently direct warm air toward one section. Watch what happens. The water droplets evaporate, and the glass becomes clear again. You've just changed the temperature and moisture conditions at the surface. There's another approach. Change how water behaves when it reaches the surface. Certain anti-fog treatments can make condensed water spread into a much thinner film instead of forming thousands of separate droplets. That's important because a smooth film can scatter light differently from individual droplets. The result? A mirror that can remain much easier to see through. Want a simple routine? Turn on the exhaust fan. Start removing moisture early. Keep the bathroom door positioned appropriately